Welcome to Sweden, the economic powerhouse of Northern Europe. Located in the heart of Scandinavia, Sweden is a vast country of almost 300,000 square miles, but with a population of only 9 million people. Known for its entrepreneurial spirit and innovative design, it has a small domestic market, but a thoroughly international outlook. Swedish companies and entrepreneurs have traditionally gone global, and the country has been the starting point for a number of outstanding achievements in a variety of fields.
The most well-known are, of course, Volvo, IKEA, Alfa Laval, etc. But there are a number of other ones as well. Let me give you two examples of which I am involved. The first one being Sandvik, the tooling company and engineering company, with a total sales of roughly $15 billion scattered all around the world in a market share leader position when it comes to tooling and inserts. The second company is Skanska, the construction services group, which is with a turnover of roughly 25 billion US and 67,000 people scattered around the globe, one of the largest and leading construction services group in the world.
Today, the United States is Sweden's largest export market, accounting for over 11% of total exports. American businesses have invested $25 billion in Swedish companies in the past decade, making the U.S. one of the largest foreign investors in Sweden and reflecting American confidence in the Swedish economy.
Well, you know, Sweden has had a fantastic industry development during the last century. The combination of a strong raw material base, impressive inventiveness capacity, and continuous strong investment in R&D has positioned us as an industry nation in the forefront. We've always been very successful in bringing up good companies and have a strong leading position in IT, telecom, biotech and car manufacturing. The corporate governance structure is traditionally strong, with a clear division of duties between the board and the management. Public oversight of the audit profession has been in place for more than 80 years. All these factors make Sweden a business environment that is attractive, also for US investors.
Swedish-American mergers and acquisitions have worked well for both parties. In 2001, almost 20% of all Swedish M&A activities involved an American company. In April 2003, American Pfizer acquired the Swedish pharmaceuticals leader Pharmacia Corporation, and this new Pfizer entity is now considered to be the world's leading research-based pharmaceuticals company. Other successful American forays into the Swedish economy include the GM acquisition of Saab and Ford's purchase of Volvo.
We are a very stable country, and most people will find Sweden to be a very predictable country. The advice I would give to an American company looking to invest in Sweden is that it's very important to understand the Swedish system and to bring in Swedish management from the very beginning. For instance, the labor laws and the relationship between the unions and the companies are very different in Sweden than they are in the US. And it's very good to actually get that understanding early on. In fact, we quite often see American companies moving into Sweden without an understanding of this, and that puts them into unnecessary trouble. The system here works very well, but you just have to understand how it works and know the rules. I also believe that the American culture and the Swedish culture fits very well together, and I think in many cases you will find out that 1 + 1 actually equals more than 2.
When it comes to the defense industry, many Swedish companies have been extremely successful in forging close links with the US. Swedish construction giant Skanska will upgrade a New York City aqueduct to protect it from terrorist sabotage, while other Swedish companies such as Bofors, Trelleborg, Ericsson and Saab are also making headway in the US market, supplying defense-related equipment. In spite of the Buy American Act, discouraging foreign participation in the U.S. defense industry, many Swedish companies have made their mark thanks to their high-quality products and services.
Of course, the defense market in the U.S. is the biggest market in the world, and we as a company are very interested in increasing our cooperation there. We have some strong areas of niche products, anti-armor weapons, camouflage systems, training systems, where we already do business in the US. We want to increase that, but we also want to be a partner to the US companies when they are looking for business in Europe.
Coming up next, Baltic Sea region. For more information, visit www.us-television.tv.
At Avis Sweden, rely on us for your business or leisure vehicle rental. Sweden's market leader, we pride ourselves on customer satisfaction, service, quality, and choice. Our range of vehicles, competitive short-term options, and long-term rentals makes us truly flexible. Renting a car is a great way to see Sweden, so be sure to make it Avis. Avis Sweden. Trust our global name for international standards of service. We try harder to exceed customers' expectations at every interface.
At BT Industries, we are the world's leading supplier of warehouse trucks and related services, active in 70 countries. Headquartered in Mjölby, Sweden, we have been part of the Toyota Group since 2000. Operating under the BT Raymond brand in North America, we are the #1 supplier of material handling solutions. Our customers include most of the world's best-known fast-moving consumer goods companies, among others. BT Industries, global success story of Sweden. As the world leader in submersible pumps and mixers, we have more than a century of experience at ITT Fleet. We are proud of our Swedish roots, but also our strong relationship with our U.S. owner, ITT. With operations in 130 countries, we are a multinational with a strong environmental focus. ITT Fleet, contributing to a better quality of life for people and the environment.
Handelsbanken is one of the leading banks in the Nordic and Baltic region. Founded in 1871, Moody's ranks us among the world's top banks. We are one of the most profitable Nordic banks, reflected in our strong share performance. Commercial and investment banking specialists with a New York office, we are perfectly positioned to service your banking needs in the Nordic states. Handelsbanken, your one-stop shop for regional financial services.
Are we recognized as the #1 professional services firm in Sweden thanks to the nobility of our clients? Or because PricewaterhouseCoopers is the #1 choice by top students? Or because we have the most satisfied customers in the business? Whatever trade you're in, you can depend on our 3,000 highly skilled local professionals to help you meet the challenges and opportunities of the Swedish marketplace.
For more information, visit www.us-television.tv. Sweden lies at the center of the Baltic Sea region, now ranked Europe's fastest growing region and one of the fastest growing areas in the world. With the 3 Baltic states and Poland joining the European Union, investors are flocking to the Baltic region to take advantage of opportunities in an expanding market. Sweden's strategic location, coupled with its in-depth experience in these markets, make it an ideal springboard for foreign companies.
Not too long ago, the Baltic Sea was actually a dividing line between important parts of Europe. Today, the Baltic Sea region is much more integrated. The Iron Curtain has been lifted, communism has gone, and we have a dynamism that we haven't had for many years in this region. It's becoming the hotspot for growth of the world today, I believe.
For the second consecutive year, Sweden has beaten 100 nations to take 3rd place in the World Economic Forum's annual survey of global competitiveness. The WEF praised the Nordic countries in general for achieving budget surpluses, having sound legal systems, being quick adopters of technology, and for encouraging innovation.
Some important factors making Sweden very competitive. I think that is that we have got some assets. One asset is actually that Sweden, Swedish society, Swedish industry is very international by nature and scope. And that is of course important. having in mind that the competition is global. Then Sweden and the industry in Sweden is also very technology driven. And that's another important factor because today international investments are extremely technology driven. And another characteristic of the global competition is that it is very fast. You have to adapt quickly. And I think that in Sweden we have got the structures, we have got the preparation for adapting quickly. So those three assets or factors, as I call them, being international, being technology driven and quick to changes are important explanations to the competitiveness of Sweden.
With its winning combination of Scandinavian efficiency, a largely English-speaking population, excellent hotels and business services, Stockholm has become a favored destination among traveling international executives and a top choice for trade fairs and conferences. Stockholm is only an hour's flight away from all Nordic and Baltic capital cities and offers efficient connections to destinations throughout the world from Arlanda International Airport. A recent survey by the International Congress and Convention Association, ICCA, placed Stockholm as the third most popular convention city in the world. Sweden has also been praised by foreigners as being one of the best European cities to live in.
Well, we've been pleased since we've moved here in May. My family and I started the summer in Sweden and we're just blown away by the beauty of Stockholm. There's water everywhere, beautiful green walking trails, and it's just perfect for our young daughters.
You feel very much at home here. The fact that just about everybody speaks English means that you can get a question answered whenever you need it on the street, you know, if you're not sure which way the subway goes or not.
In Stockholm, you can give your kids a lot more freedom than you can in most countries. You can let them go downtown, see a movie, meet their friends for dinner. Our children, teenage children, at least young teenagers, ride the train with other friends. So that's very important for teenagers, and it enriches their life a lot, I think.
The biggest change for us was childcare. In the States, we had a nanny. I would be very reluctant to put a very small child in a daycare system in the US. But in Sweden, Dagis is a Swedish-run system that's supported by the government that provides excellent care for our daughters.
From a professional point of view, I think for American companies that would look at the Swedish market, it has all of the infrastructure that you need, you know, to provide a secure environment. It has a lot of professionals. It has a very high level of technology.
The macroeconomic conditions are quite strong. The company tax rates are moderate compared to most other countries in the world. And you've got a lot of Swedish companies who are number one or number two in their industry in the world.
You can rely very much on the long-term growth of Sweden because the fundamentals here are so good. We've got an education that is extremely high. In fact, it's interesting to reflect on the fact that Sweden is actually one of the lowest cost places in the world to do research and development. There's a certain magic to the country, there's a certain poetry to the country. You often feel it's just a very, very nice place to be.
Sweden also has a leading global position in stem cell research, since Swedish laboratories have 1/3 of the world's 72 human embryonic stem cell lines. Biotechnology and life sciences also offers substantial opportunities for American investors, particularly concerning commercialization of biotechnology projects. Home to major banking institutions, the region's largest stock exchange, and a wide variety of legal and consulting companies, Stockholm has the expertise to service the needs of investors looking into opportunities anywhere in the region. Goldman Sachs, GE Capital, and Citigroup, among many other international leaders, have chosen Stockholm as their headquarters for operations in Northern Europe and the Baltic. The Swedish financial sector, known for its cutting-edge technologies, is especially strong in technology-based financial services and can realistically be seen as the financial services hub for the region.
I think it's more realistic now than it was 5 or 10 years ago. Even then, Stockholm the Stockholm Stock Exchange turnover there was more than half of the Nordic Stock Exchange's turnover. So in that sense, nothing has changed. But it's also so that a fair number of financial players have retained their independence in Stockholm. And on the basis of the Stockholm Stock Exchange, the stock exchange trading in the whole Nordic area and increasingly around the Baltic is being done on a Stockholm platform. So I think it's more true now than it was even 5 or 10 years ago.
The motor vehicle industry plays a central role in the Swedish economy. Swedish automotive manufacturers, including suppliers to the industry, employ about 140,000 people. In 2003, exports of motor vehicles and automotive parts amounted to about 15% of total Swedish exports, which makes the automotive industry the most important single exporting sector.
The importance of the US market for the Swedish car industry is enormous. It's the biggest export market for the two manufacturers, Volvo and Saab. And it's actually based on safety products and the impact of the US customers in the product development is crucial for the success of the car industry. Give you a couple of examples. We entered into the SUV segment successfully with the Volvo XC90, and we also want to be part of the sustainable mobility, which is part of the future car industry in the US as well as in the rest of the world.
Emphasizing refinements such as safety, the Swedish automotive sector has produced not only two of the world's safest car lines, but also the safest cabs for heavy trucks. Sweden's strong tradition in the automotive sector, its reputation as a global center for design and engineering, and its strong emphasis on vehicle safety research and winter testing ensures that it will remain a key player in the future development of an increasingly global industry.
Factors that have given the Swedish automotive industry so strong position worldwide is actually that we have a small home market. The Swedish manufacturers, like Saab, have been growing out from a small domestic market and enabled to expand. We had very early to go out and export out of the Swedish market. And that combined, I would say, with the heritage that we have in Sweden, strong on quality, strong on safety, and also very strong on design. I mean, the Scandinavian design aspect have probably also given flavor, so to speak, to the Swedish brands such as Saab. And that combined then with a small home market and this heritage attribute have given Swedish automotive industry a strong heritage.
Coming up next, Gothenburg. For more information, visit www.us-television.tv.
Welcome to the State of Independence.
You think about the things people do to pursue their passion and how far they can go when they're confident in their equipment. You think about that. Then you build the only SUV with legendary Volvo safety, the Volvo XC90.
For more information, visit www.us-television.tv. Very different from its big brother Stockholm, Gothenburg has carved a niche for itself as an automotive center, logistics hub for Scandinavia, and the epicenter of traditional Swedish engineering and industry. Today, Gothenburg is widening its sphere of activities to include new industries such as biomaterials, IT, and pharmaceuticals. The region's tradition of strong collaboration between the public and private sectors have helped it become a magnet for foreign investors.
Well, Gothenburg will continue on the track that we're on. We will try to continue to develop new industries like the biotech field, for instance. And we've had a big breakthrough now with governmental research money, 120 million Swedish crowns, which will enable us to go on and develop that area. We're also looking into the music industry. We have now built a research center within Gothenburg with around 50 new companies, small companies, growing and being prosperous for the region in the future. And there's also a very interesting development going on the North Bank, where we used to have the shipyard industry, but now it's becoming a new IT village, a new IT science park. And you have, for instance, the telematics, which is very much connected to the car industry, the automotive industry, and that is developing very well in this area.
Gothenburg is strategically located halfway between Oslo, Norway, and Copenhagen, Denmark, with easy access to the Øresund Bridge linking Sweden and Denmark.
We want Göteborg to be a first choice among the leading big cities in Europe by being one of Europe's most human and most attractive city regions to live in, to work in, to invest in, and to visit. And we do that rather successfully. European Cities has launched just now a report study between 100 European cities, where Gothenburg ended up as number 4, just behind cities like Berlin and Barcelona, when it comes to tourism development. So we are today a big international meeting and event city, and we're proud of it.
The International Data Corporation has ranked Sweden, birthplace of telecom giant Ericsson, as the world's leading IT nation for the past 4 years. Kista, north of Stockholm, is a thriving base for wireless communications and other IT activities, and strong R&D links have been forged between Kista's IT University and Stanford University in the US. Sweden is an excellent market for companies seeking to develop and test new technologies, concepts, devices, and applications before launching them on a global scale. Many American companies have already invested in R&D centers in Sweden, including Sun Microsystems' Wireless Center of Excellence, IBM's Wireless Internet Center, and Accenture's Global Center for WAP Applications and Services. Likewise, Sweden has built up an impressive base of medium-sized IT companies which have successfully exported their know-how to the US. One such example is Swedish-based Inlight, a global leader in knowledge assurance.
The key to our initial success was the rapid understanding by companies such as AT&T, MetLife, and other innovative companies in the US that saw that Inlight could save them lots of time and money. As of today, there's an increasing number of critical IT applications being implemented in the US, all facing the same difficulties in getting their users to actually understand how to use their systems. What we provide are solutions that ensure that new processes and applications are understood and actually adopted by these organizations. So following on the rapid initial success we've had, we've seen same progress with companies such as Lehman Brothers in the financial industry, Best Buy in the retail sector, and also Cox Communications, to name just a few.
Coming up next, business and leisure travel. For more information, visit www.us-television.tv.
Your employees, partners, and customers depend on knowledge to fuel your success. Enlight helps you assure this critical knowledge. Enlight, assuring knowledge.
At Avis Sweden, rely on us for your business or leisure vehicle rental. Sweden's market leader, we pride ourselves on customer satisfaction, service, quality, and choice. Our range of vehicles, competitive short-term options, and long-term rentals makes us truly flexible. Renting a car is a great way to see Sweden, so be sure to make it Avis. Avis Sweden. Trust our global name for international standards of service. We try harder to exceed customers' expectations at every interface. As part of Starwood Hotels and Resorts, Sheraton is a trusted global brand. Choose the Sheraton Stockholm Hotel and Towers for your business or leisure trip and enjoy the city's largest hotel rooms. Located in the heart of Stockholm, our modern amenities include 2 restaurants, a gym, conference facilities for up to 1,000, and the option of wired or wireless broadband throughout the whole hotel. The Sheraton Stockholm Hotel and Towers, international standards of service in the center of Sweden's capital.
For more information, visit www.us-television.tv. In addition to its many attractions as a business base, Sweden is also an increasingly popular tourism destination.
Sweden is a safe destination. Sweden hasn't had any war for almost 200 years. Sweden has a fantastic nature. People are friendly, English-speaking, and there are a lot of historical places to see. There are cities like Stockholm and Gothenburg are mostly known to everybody. And as I mentioned, it's clean nature. You can almost bathe anywhere in Sweden. All the big cities have facilities for outdoor entertainments, and Sweden on the whole is very nature-oriented and friendly people, and people coming from different nations where life is hectic. I think Sweden is a relaxing alternative. So beside the good business opportunity one has in Sweden, I would recommend Sweden as also a good tourist destination.
It has spectacular scenery and lively and sophisticated cultural scene, excellent shopping, and delicious culinary specialties. A wide range of activities are available for sports lovers, from bicycling on Stockholm's many bike trails to skiing, fishing, sailing, hiking, and much more. In addition, safety-conscious international travelers are drawn to Sweden's reputation for security. Whether visitors are looking for outdoor adventure, relaxation, vibrant nightlife, or European cultural experiences, Sweden has it all. Thank you for watching Sweden, the economic powerhouse of Northern Europe. We hope you've enjoyed learning about the exciting offerings of this dynamic country.